We are back. Colin Susker on the mat right now for the Cowboys. He's trailing 3-0 in his match against Hudson Scranton. And he is Scranton out on the left-hand side right now. Has got the head scooped in. Will now take it to 6-0. Quick recap. Since we missed out on Linden's match, we cut out. Our internet dropped out right as we were getting ready to start Linden's match. He did go down in defeat, unfortunately. He will be back, though, for a placement. He is still going to be on the podium, and just we'll let you know kind of where he's got a shot to be. Colin Susker out there right now, as they are 58 seconds left in the second period. It's 6-0. He's trailing in the down position. Does a quick sit back and then does get to his feet just momentarily. But Scranton does a really good job of staying behind the shoulders and off to one side every time Colin starts to get to his feet. Scranton reached down and he scoops the head, grabs for an ankle. Now heading the side on the left, pushing across, and Colin trying to free his hand. Does get that done. Now belly down, though, on the mat. Say Scranton just really sticking on that left-hand side. Puts the legs in. And Colin able to break his arm free on that, but without any points being scored. But it was the start of a Turk and wasn't able to get it finished. That finishes out the second period. Scranton's going to take down for the third and final period. Scranton tries a quick sit out. Colin does a good job staying with it, but Scranton does get to his feet. Colin's going to have to cut him loose. That'll take the score to 7-0. Still a minute 45 left to go in this match. Scranton in on a single as Susker reaching back, grabbing ankles. Scranton trying to come out the backside, but they're going to go ahead and stalemate and bring him back to the middle. Both men on their feet. Minute and a half left in this match. Following this one, we will have a little bit of a break. We'll talk about some more sponsors here as we get into that now. Susker off on his hip. He's off on his left hip as Scranton is in pretty deep on that leg. They're going to stalemate him again and bring him back. Minute 3 left to go. On the whistle. Scranton kind of backing up a little bit. Susker comes in. Ooh, trying to snap an opening and for a shot, but does get in on a shot. His opponent, though, Mel Burnett, does a good job of sliding back and then does get around and makes the score now 10-0. Once again, into that, trying to get that Turk going, but down to 20 seconds left in this match. Basically just a parallel ride at this point. Reaches back, grabs the wrist, the left wrist, and trying to pull it back. And that is going to be the match. We're going to end with a 10-0 score. Colin Susker on the downside of that one. So he'll be back yet again here for one more go around in just a little while, but that will be coming up after they get through 3A and 1A one more time, then they'll come back through again. So One more. They're already into the 190s, so JT Kelso not that far away. Be pretty soon. While we are waiting for JT to come out, though, and he had a tough match yesterday against Fleshman of Albernette. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Brad and Jen Traub bringing you Cowboy Wrestling. Also, Midwest Warehouse Solutions in Goldfield. Tim and Brandy Henniger at Midwest Warehouse Solutions, delivering practical engineered warehouse solutions for distribution, industrial, and manufacturing operations. They go beyond pallet racking and shelving to design fully integrated systems that improve workflow, maximize storage density, and support safe material handling. From initial layout to system design and equipment sales and professional installation, providing start-to-finish solutions built to perform so you can focus on what matters most, and that's your business. WarehouseSolutionsInc.com. Call 515-635-1555. If you want to learn more, Midwest Warehouse Solutions, sales, service, and installation you can trust.
A reminder to all place winners that we want you here to report for the Grand March no later than 5 p.m.
First Bank, offering strong values of integrity and commitment. That represents First Bank and who they are to their customers. And their customers are families, farmers, and small business owners who live and work in the communities that First Bank serves. When you succeed, the community succeeds. Let First Bank be first to serve you. First Bank, Clarion, Goldfield, and Eagle Grove, member FDIC. Uniquely Chic Inspirations of Crystal Engstrom, chic organic photography, specializing in kiddos, seniors, couples, and families. Fuel coal-fired pizza, sandwiches, salads, appetizers. Oh my gosh, the breakfast items they have available too. Check it all out. It's Fuel in downtown Clarion. First Citizens Bank. North Iowa Real Estate, Rod Brooks and Bob Powers. Hagee Manufacturing. Wright County Insurance. Andrew and Katie Odlin. Galt Real Estate, LLC. Jason Boyd. Paradigm Benefits with Bob Powers and Rod Brooks. Prairie Energy Cooperative. Reed and Brittany Redenius. And then our postseason broadcast sponsors. Wow, what a great list we have there. And we want a special thank you to all of them for making this all possible, even though we've had lots of ups and downs, because you would think that internet would be an easy thing in this day and age. But for some reason, even the state of Iowa, the Athletic Association was having issues last night. And rumor has it a little bit today as well. So
yeah, I've had 2 or 3 messages this morning already. Boy, it must be a real challenge down there. And that's a very polite way of putting it, Dave.
It is. We want to thank Allison Linehan, Amy Bonson, Beth Jackson, Beth Ott, Denise Morgan. By the way, Denise, thank you for the reach out there and letting me know that we had dropped out, because quite honestly, until somebody gets a hold of me, a lot of times we don't know. We just keep yapping away, and then all of a sudden, and then, the screen just locks.
I want to chime in too right now, Dave, since we got a little bit of time. I mean, I'm getting messages from around the country. People, Virginia, an old classmate of mine, hey, what's shaking? What's going on? Can you give an update? And sometimes we can't, but thank goodness for those people reaching out. And I've said that all week long.
Yes.
We have no way of knowing.
It is. It's an amazing, it's been amazing. And we want to thank each and every person that's done that. But we also want to thank, getting back to my broadcast, postseason broadcast sponsors, Jill Campbell, Judy Kirstein, Judy Thompson-Weir, Kyle Frink, Nancy Jacobs, Sarah Hansen, The Brew, and Tom and Dawn Butler. Wow, it's just reading. I think that I maybe do that as part of a living, but
I'm not listening, Dave.
Well, so JT Kelso should be coming out here shortly. I see some bigger guys out there. They're telling the 3A guys to get ready to go. So
we'll be going through all of 3A, and then we will, after 2A is done, and then we'll come back, and it'll be 1A consolations, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yes.
On these 6 mats, all the way through 1A. we will not be 1A, 2A, 3A at the same time. So just like
Yep, then they'll do 2A, and then that'll wrap things up for us because we'll let everybody know at that point who's going to be where. Since we do not have anybody in the finals, we probably won't have a broadcast tonight, though, just so you're aware. But it's to be some good wrestling, but unfortunately, the Cowboys. I see our cheerleaders coming out now. We were talking about the cheerleaders, so let me put this out there as well. So over the course of the season, and it was funny because when we were in Coralville for the state duels, our cheerleaders, we had cheerleaders down in front of us all the time. Mat number 3. We had, and they were, some of them were so subdued, I didn't even know they were there. Not our girls. They project well. They slap the mat hard. They are all about doing their job to not just cheer, but motivate our wrestlers. And that is exactly what they do. So
Kelso out on the mat, head to head. Boy, he's just ready to roll. In the red singlet down on mat 3. Kelso up against Boothie from Glenwood. Working a little upper body. I like seeing him back in that collar tie headlock that seemed to be his go-to.
He didn't get a chance to use that last night.
No, he did not. But look, he's got it. He's got right over. He puts his opponent's head down in his armpit, and he locks around that chin and grabs an arm so he can just sag down. And I'd love to see him do it all through this match. First period again underway. JT Kelso for the Cowboys. Heavyweight wrestler out on the mat. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. A lot of working for inside position. For those of you listening that don't maybe know what that means, basically you're working to get under maybe your opponent's armpits or up right up against their ear with a collar tie, but don't allow them on the inside of your arms.
Yeah, you want to keep your elbows in. You don't want to open yourself up for anything.
Giving them an opportunity for an outside shot or to maybe shuck you by. Down to 30 seconds here this first period.
You'll see that a lot from the coaching staff. They'll be arms down, keep those elbows in.
Years ago, they used to sell a product you put around your elbows to keep your elbows in, and so you'd have to work out with basically a rubber band. But back on the focus here, 6 seconds remaining, first period. Kelso's got that front headlock. I think he's going to run out of time, unfortunately.
He was looking to get down for that ankle, but time escaped. He has choice. He defers. His opponent's going to take down, so Kelso will come in to cover. Once again, we will be bringing you the next round of matches in Class 2A for CGD. On the whistle, it is Boothie who starts to tripod up. Kelso doing a good job chopping the arm on the right side. And heavy on the shoulders.
Cannot come up, and that's fine with us. Underway here in the second period. Boothie does actually come to his feet now. Kelso goes ahead and cuts him, but a nice little trip from behind just to kind of say, I'm coming back at you, bud.
So 1-0 is what the score is at right now. Boothie ahead of Kelso with a minute 15 left in the second period.
Boothie from Glenwood, Iowa. Class 2A. Once again, working that inside position. Dave, I got to say, they're right on the edge of the mat, and you could hear those Clarion Goldfield Dallas cheerleaders clear as a bell.
And then you look over at Glenwood's, and they're sitting there watching. I might as well run some popcorn down to them.
Well, you know what, Dave? Feel free.
Well, they don't allow it on the mat, though. There's a whole long list of rules that cheerleaders have to follow more rules than the wrestlers do. Crazy.
40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Again, JT Kelso, heavyweight wrestler for Clarion Goldfield Dows, up against Boothie from Glenwood. Boothie leading by a score of 1-0. Oh, a little head shock by Boothie. Slipped off. Boy, that would have been nice dropping in on an ankle there. Because I tell you what, Kelso, I saw a nice ankle pick from him earlier in the week. He does some fun stuff. I really enjoy watching him wrestle.
It's not just, as I used to call it, Dance of the Bears. He actually tries some different moves, sometimes stuff that you don't see. We have been spoiled over the last 8-9 years with heavyweights that they're not necessarily one-trick ponies. They've got a few tricks up their sleeve, if they had sleeves, that they would pull out. Getting ready to start period number 3. Kelso will go to the down as he is trailing 1-0.
There we go, underway. Again, Kelso trailing again 1-0. He's in the down position, working hand control. Now tries to tripod up his opponent, trying to lock a cradle, but might get him in a bit of trouble. Oops. Kelso turns in. I think we're going to see a reversal here. Yes, we will. JT Kelso breaks that cradle and turns right into his opponent, going to pick up a 2-point reversal. So again, your score goes 2-1. The minute 29 remaining here in the third and final period.
JT was pretty parallel there for a little bit. He did kind of slip out to the right-hand side for a moment.
Hammering that power half right now. He's got the wrist and then cranks up. Actually, he's working a chicken wing from the near side. And, boy, I'd love to see him run that around the head.
There it is.
I tell you what. Oh,
couldn't hold
him. Got a little bit anxious there. He's got to be careful. I'd just clamor on right now with 56 seconds. We don't want to let his opponent come out the back door. They're going to go ahead and stop it, bring him back to the middle. Oof, buddy, I got to tell you, I was as excited as he was. He wanted to run that around the head so bad. Unfortunately, got a little carried away, and his opponent rolled through. So back to the middle they come, 52 seconds, and there's the whistle. Kelso's a little bit high, but does a nice job of getting behind the arms. He's got that far wrist. Got to be careful with that one. Just didn't want him to get called for anything with it only being a 1-point differential. His opponent, Boothie, does come to his feet. Hope we can hang on there. Nope, going to give the one, so it's 2-2. We're all knotted up with 25 seconds remaining here in this heavyweight bout with Kelso for the Cowboys up against Boothie from Glenwood. Both men ear to ear. Kelso's got that front headlock that he's so notorious for. Shucked by Boothie. Now they're both over, locking up like they want to do a toss. Coaches are kind of thinking, no. Yes, and that's going to be the end of the third period. We're going to be going into overtime. Fresh start, 1 minute on the clock, about right out in the middle of the mat, and here we go. A little bit of a shuck by attempt by Boothie. Kelso not going anywhere.
Staying right on that, on that ear.
Yep, he's got that same head-to-head, locking up his kind of his notorious favorite move. Again, jockeying for position, down to 26 seconds here in this first period of overtime. Now Kelso kind of locking up, bear hug behind the back. I can't see the other side whether his opponent's locked up as well, but
they're both going to back out of that, and we're down to just 5 seconds left in this overtime period. It looks like we're going to go to a second overtime. So, yeah.
Well, they're getting ready again. Once we get through this Class 2A and they're into 3A, we'll give you updates as far as who our opponents will be in this next round and what medal we're shooting for. There's the whistle. Second period of overtime. Boothie does come to his feet. Kelso clamoring on hard. Needs to return his opponent to the mat. He's going to have to cut him. 3-2 now your score. Kelso now in that front headlock. And he's going for it, but boy, he's a little loose there. He's got to be cautious.
Slide off. I've seen that happen so many times to wrestlers where they get
able to pull his head out of that.
We were 5 seconds left, and of course, JT will still get a chance to get his 1 point escape, and then.
All right. JT's going to be in the down position here this third overtime period, a 30-second period. Boothie comes in to cover. And I don't think he's going to be able to hold Kelso. I think he's going to be able to come up and
tripod's up right now. Does try to trip him back forward. But, the last time he tried that.
Got in a little trouble.
Yeah, JT actually got the.
JT definitely to his feet. We just got to see him peel the hands, get away and get that one. Get the one. He's got to get the one, and hopefully he can circle around 2 seconds, 1 second. Get that. Right on the edge of the mat.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. Boy, he was so close, folks.
Need about another 5 seconds to make that work, but they
did, in fact, award.
We're tied up here at the sudden victory, I guess is what this would be called.
Boothby does come up to his feet. He's going to get the one, and that was sudden victory, and unfortunately, that's how it's going to end up. 4-3 is going to be your final score. So, as noted, we will keep you posted on who our boys are going to be wrestling next.
As far as who or whether they're going to be falling on the podium, not falling on the podium, that sounds bad, but where they're going to end up on the podium as well. We do know that Adrian will be in the hunt for third and fourth. We do know that. And then we'll get everybody else figured out here in just a few minutes. They're into 3A right now. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more. And
should we leave? Do you want to leave the mics up just so people know that we're still alive? Quick Star
advertising at the Casey Center.
I think there's somebody is a brilliant marketing manager for Quick Star.
Yes,
that would be exactly what I would do.
That is funny. And actually knowing them, yes, that there's a Casey's there. Well, let's build right next door, right across the street. Well, once again, we want to take just a moment here, real quick, while we've got some serious time. We want to thank all of our broadcast sponsors, and by the way, the Cowboy basketball team still in it. Southeast Valley is going to be their opponent, their next opponent, and they will be facing off against the Jaguars again. Close match, close battle the last time. They did come out on the short of the score, but the Cowboys have been firing on all cylinders. So the last couple outings, so looking at a good potential to move on for CGD and on the basketball side of things. So that's the 24th. So that'll be coming up here as well. They moved the elementary music concert. Middle school, concert, not elementary, middle school concert, to March now because they didn't want the conflict. Oh, yeah, I mean, I get that, because we want to be able to have all departments supporting each other. So very, very good that they were able to do that. We want to thank Reed and Brittany Redenius, Prairie Energy Cooperative, Paradigm Benefits with Bob Powers and Rod Brooks, Jason Boyd, Galt Real Estate LLC, Andrew and Katie Odland, along with sports graphics, Out of My Mind Design, Meyer Ag Services, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Midwest Warehouse Solutions, all bringing you the action from the Casey Center. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Along with First Bank, Uniquely Chic Inspirations with Crystal Ingstrom, First Citizens Bank, Fuel, North Iowa Real Estate, Rod Brooks, Bob Powers, Higgy Manufacturing, and Wright County Insurance. And then also our postseason broadcast sponsors, who were very gracious and helping us get this all on the air. That was huge. Allison Linehan, Amy Bonson, Beth Jackson, Beth Ott, Denise Morgan, Jill Campbell, Judy Kirsty, Judy Thompson-Weir, Kyle Frank, Nancy Jacobs, Sarah Hansen, The Brew, Tom and Dawn Butler. We want to thank all of them as well. We're going to take just a quick breather. There'll be no audio. Relax. We'll be back, we promise. We're going to talk more Cowboy Wrestling, and then we'll have the last 4 matches of the season coming your way. Wow, it's hard to believe we're at that point already, but last 4 matches of the Cowboy Wrestling season coming up here in just a little bit. Then we will talk about the 10. Just real quick, I want to touch on the 10 that came down and to represent CGD. And I also want to talk about, we'll touch on the cheerleaders again too, but we want to talk about our seniors and how they have, how important they've been. And the cool thing is, when we talk about that, we'll be also discussing, the fact that, we graduate some this year as far as on the wrestling squad, but we are bringing back a lot of talent. So we'll have that for you here in just a little while, right here on CGDsports.net.